In this video, we're going to discuss some of the trends that you can expect from the tech industry in 2024. Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Natasha, the business recruiter. Welcome back to my channel. So when it comes to the tech industry, I think we all can agree that it has ebbed and flowed over the course of the last couple years. As we think about 2023, we can all understand that layoffs dominated this industry, especially in regards to big tech, or what is formerly known as FANG. So Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, and Google, each of those individual corporations all did some form of a massive layoff in 2023. So as we continue to move into 2024, the question is, what is going to happen with the tech industry? What are some of the things that can be expected? And are we still going to see this downward trend that we were seeing across the board in 2023? Well, I'm here to tell you that while I don't necessarily have all the details in regards to this answer, because I cannot predict the future, there are a lot of articles out there in regards to the changing economic environment and ultimately how that is going to impact the tech industry, and maybe more specifically big tech. So as we go into 2024, there's a couple of things that I do want you to keep in mind if you're interested in recruiting within this industry. Number one is going to be that we're going to start to see some trends around new technologies that are continuing to emerge. As we saw towards the middle to end of 2023, artificial intelligence, or AI, was all the rave, along with blockchain. So as you think about these new emerging technologies, you have to understand that these big organizations, as well as startup organizations, are going to want to sink into these new technologies. With that being stated, roles will definitely be created in regards to being able to manage this. However, on the flip side, you're also going to see some roles be eliminated, meaning that these new or emerging technologies are going to continue to create a level of efficiency that will give organizations the opportunity to really look at their talent and ultimately determine what talent is needed within tech and what talent isn't. This could potentially end up meaning that there's going to be more layoffs that we're going to see as we continue to go through 2024. However, I am very hopeful in regards to the new and emerging technologies that are to come, that we will have the opportunity to see an upward trend in regards to the tech industry. Now, number two is actually going to be around proactive recruitment rather than reactive recruitment. When we think about what got a lot of these companies into trouble and ultimately leading them to having to do layoffs, it's because there was a burst of growth that was happening and they were just hiring without really having any hiring strategies or plans in place. They knew that they needed talent, and ultimately this led to a lot of organizations, more particularly those big tech organizations, to actually overhire. What we're going to see is that companies are being really strategic in regards to their talent or recruiting strategies. They're not just going to be hiring for the sake of hiring, even if they're experiencing growth. Companies are going to be more proactive in regards to thinking through what are their actual talent strategies, what is the talent that they need, and where do they need that talent. You're going to see a lot of proactive recruitment happening versus reactive recruitment, which means that you as a recruiting agency owner really truly do need to evolve in terms of how you're thinking about addressing prospective clients. The reason being is that these strategies may not always bake into account that external recruiting agencies will be there to assist. Part of that is because external recruiting does create additional overhead costs for these organizations. So it is more important than ever that you figure out what the value is that you bring and figure out how you can ultimately convey that value to your prospective client in order to make them an actual client. Now, if you're enjoying this video so far, then be sure to go down below and hit that subscribe button as well as that bell so that you can get notified of all of my videos that do drop weekly. Okay, finally, one of the bigger things that we saw happen in 2023 as well was the shift from remote work to hybrid work or even full office work. During the pandemic, we saw that many organizations flocked to remote work and ultimately led with messages that remote work was here to stay. And while I truly do not believe that remote work is going anywhere, because there's so many benefits to it, as well as some potential cons, the benefits do definitely outweigh the cons. As you think about the tech industry overall, specifically big tech, there's been a huge push for hybrid work and in some cases, full office work. This is going to continue to dominate how talent thinks about entering this marketplace. Of course, tech jobs are going to always be in demand, whether that's within blockchain, artificial intelligence, or even traditional software development engineering. But you want to keep in mind what those organizations are going to be asking for in regards to that talent. A lot of people really saw a change in their own lifestyles and work-life balance during the pandemic and have noticed as they've gone back into the office, even on a hybrid basis, that it has affected their lifestyles. So this definitely is going to create an environment where there's going to be some opportunities, where there's going to be a huge talent shift. More particularly when you think about attrition within these organizations, a lot of that was led through layoffs in 2023. There wasn't a lot of natural attrition that was happening because of the fact that there were so many layoffs and individuals just wanted to keep their jobs. So as you think about the labor market, taking a step back and looking at it from a bigger picture perspective, it's important to keep in mind that there is a great shift in potentially a great resignation phase that will happen again because individuals have been in these roles. They've had this top-down approach happen to them in regards to being told that they need to go back into the office. And a lot of individuals, quite frankly, just don't agree with it because of their lifestyle. So we may see some elements of a great resignation happen again. Do I think that it's going to be at the same level of 2022? Probably not. But as the economic environment continues to improve, I think we're going to see a lot of opportunities in regards to technology shifts that are going to happen in regards to open roles. Now, this is going to create a great opportunity for you as a recruiting agency owner to really sink in and start to help these organizations to fill those gaps. We don't know at what rate that attrition is going to happen, but what I can tell you is that it is pent up, given the fact that a lot of individuals, again, just haven't quite frankly switched roles because they've wanted to keep their jobs. So we'll see what 2024 brings. I'm excited about the tech industry. While again, there are a lot of things that have been happening, a lot of shifts that have been happening. As we know, the tech industry is always ever changing. And this just includes 2024 as well in terms of what will be brought this year when we think about the economic environment as well as the labor market. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, then be sure to give me a thumbs up. As well as if you're not in my Facebook group, then I highly encourage that you join because we're in there talking all things recruiting. I'll be sure to leave that link down below in the description box. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.